We're the industry's original and proven multicultural organization that educates, advocates, and connects for our members with opportunities to grow and do well by doing good. Today and in the future, the most valuable language in the business will be cultural intelligence. If you have it, you can win. If you don't, your business may become irrelevant, and irrelevant means failure. If your company does not get all in on the issue of building cultural intelligence, then you run the risk of becoming the next Sanka, TWA, or Whiteout.
By the year 2050, most census projections show that our population is going to be roughly 50% racial and ethnic minorities. So when we talk about culture, we're talking about things like hairstyle, we're talking about things like diet, we're talking about things like communication style, we're talking about whether someone is a digital native or a digital immigrant. We are immersed in culture, and sometimes the last thing we see is culture. Cultural intelligence refers to a repertoire of competencies that allow us to work with diverse people in diverse settings. What I tried to do in building cultural intelligence is break cultural intelligence down into what I consider to be 9 essential critical mega skills. I don't think you're born with cultural intelligence, just like I don't think you're born with leadership. I think that is something all of us can develop.
I'm going to focus specifically on 3 aspects of the Asian, whatever it is, Asian experience in America or something. The workplace, the marketplace, and the communities. Sometimes adversity can bring up tremendous opportunities that weren't there before. You may want to look at Asian communities, at least in the United States, but also throughout the world, as whether you see them as a danger, there's also tremendous opportunity there.
At $1 trillion, that makes the Latino consumer spend in the U.S. one of the top 10 economies in the world. For every Latino that passes away in the U.S., they're replaced by 8 Latino children. Make no doubt about it, folks, the workforce of the future is going to have an increasingly Latino identity. So don't ever catch any of your leaders saying, oh, she didn't look Latina, because there's no such thing.
As the #1 employer of minorities, we must become more relevant, not less. We must learn more about multicultural communities to better serve them and not back away because they differ or seem demanding.
African Americans place a value on being respected. They need to know that your company has people that look like them working there, and that they can bring people like them to your places of business.
Those of us in HR, diversity, we're good, I would say 5 to 7 years behind our friends in marketing and sales. Now companies are starting to say, maybe we need that same level of sophistication from the talent side.
But they are successful at retaining employees because they marry those employees to the mission and the vision and the values.
It's not just about black and white. As many of you know, it's about green. Building individual and organizational cultural intelligence is the key to developing an effective and productive pipeline of diverse and multicultural talent.